This is 7-5 Radio with Walter Yerkew and Peter Scoop Stanton. This is the radio show that will break your neck if your neck needs breaking. And here are the hosts of 7-5 Radio, Walter Yerkew, star of the biggest documentary movie ever made, The 7-5, and Peter Scoop Stanton, who starred in To Catch a Predator.
How many more times treat me the way you want to do?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, one and all. This is Peter Scoop Stanton coming to you live outside Washington, D.C. on 7-5 Radio. Check us out at 75radio.org, the number 75radio.org. I am at a birthday party, as you could hear, of one of our fans. I have our entire fan base, three biggest 7-5 Radio's fans out here watching me do what I do best. Let's see who's out here. Mike, how are we doing tonight, my friend?
Doing great, brother. Thank you.
Outstanding. Do we have Walter on the line?
Yeah.
Walter, how are we doing, my friend?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing over there at this party? That seems to be your regular.
Well, yeah. I mean, I have a lot of friends, all the conservatives in the Washington, D.C. area, so about a dozen of them, and they're out celebrating Elisa's birthday party. I'm not going to say. What? All right. Come on the radio. All right, we got another fan wants me to mention her name, but I don't know who it is. I suck with names. Anyways, we want to say hello to all of our special listeners, including Little Billy Keebler and the men and alleged women of the Eanes, New York Fire Department, all of New York's finest, New York's bravest, New York's boldest, New York's strongest, and those living on Long Island in the 2nd Congressional District. As always, first order of business, we want to remember members of the law enforcement community murdered in the line of duty. Tonight, we remember Police Officer Roger Smith of the Wake Med, North Carolina Campus Police and Public Safety Department. End of watch, November 8th, 2025. His killer is in custody, still breathing. Anyways, first story tonight, I want to go over the world's biggest nothing burger. Once again, we're talking about Jeffrey Epstein. Now, early this week, Democrats released documents including 3 emails of intelligence asset Jeffrey Epstein that mentioned Donald Trump. As far as we can tell, the most damning evidence is about Trump concerning Epstein is Epstein stated Donald Trump bumped into a sliding glass door looking at girls in bikinis. Well, I can honestly say tonight I bumped into a screen door setting up for tonight's show, watching 7-5 Radio spokesman Danila Rodrigues dance on the in the dance basement. So I know exactly what Donald Trump is going through, and that just proves Donald Trump is a man. But anyways, what these Democrats need to do is find out who victimized these girls and who greenlit the operation, so those people to do those horrible crimes are wired for sight and sound. And some of these people include Bill Clinton. Now, if you go back a couple months ago, we pulled clips from James O'Keefe, where he had a undercover reporter talk to one of the lead investigators of the Epstein case that said there's stuff there, but Donald Trump is not involved. And then we have Dan Bongino, as private citizen, stating that somebody high up the food chain said that Epstein was an asset, and a colleague of his from Secret Service was on the Bill Clinton detail on the Lolita Express, and things happened. So check us out, 7-5 Radio. See those clips and see how it's a big nothing burger. Well, I'm going to give it to you first. What say you about the big nothing burger?
Oh, the guy's dead. How many years now? And he died under mysterious circumstances. Some people say he was coerced into suicide. Some people say it was a set-up suicide. And that's a shame because he could verify anything that comes to light. As far as Mr. Trump, walking into a door because he was looking at some young lady in a bikini, some woman in a bikini. He's far away from what Biden does to prepubescent females and has been doing to prepubescent, sniffing them, touching their hair, getting in close to their necks. Nobody brings up that stuff anymore. And as far as going to the island, if he says he didn't go to the island and they're saying he did go to the island, well, okay, prove it. Prove it. So many people ran and hid for cover when this came out in the mid-teens about this island and the sexcapades with underage females and such. You got Giselle Maxwell, Jelaine, whatever the hell her name is, trying to make a deal. And nobody's listening to her because pretty much it's on the Epstein side of it, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. These people, if that's the way they want to live, well, you go to the dance, you have to pay the band. So far, other people are saying other people were at the dance, but nobody's paying the band. So I think it's a shame that if it truly happened, these young girls went through all this, and it's rhetoric of what the Democratic Party is trying to put on Mr. Trump. It happens over and over and over. And like he said, if there was something there, they would have did it before the election. If there was something there, they would have did it before the 20 election. So nobody wants to touch it with a 10-foot pole because, there's lawsuits and careers ruined if they do that to Mr. Trump. So I'll just leave it at that. How many people have you seen walk into street lamp poles, telephone poles, fall off a curb because they turned to the left or to the right and they were looking at some pretty woman, and he bumped his nose. Come on, man. Please.
Right. Mike, what say you?
Look at you. You walk into bedpans and wheelchairs at the nursing home.
Okay, I just came out because it said 10 p.m., 10:13. How long you want me to come?
Come back about 2 minutes.
2 minutes, okay.
Sorry, sorry about.
That's all right. I mean, I was saying, I said, look at you. You trip over bedpans and walk into wheelchairs at the nursing home. So, what's to be said about that?
Right. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said before, I got we got the 7.5 Radio spokesmodel out here tonight, and she'd rather shake her moneymaker, her great-looking moneymaker, on the dance floor or dance carpet. And setting up, I walked into a screen door. I was like, wow. But anyways, Mike, what say you about all this nonsense about Epstein? What is there something that the media is not, the media and the FBI not talking about?
Maybe the way he died, and they're definitely not talking about the actual friggin' perpetrators of the crimes that were committed on that island. You're trying to bring up an email about this guy walking into a glass door, but you're not talking about all the times Clinton was there, all these other big people were there, frequenting the island. What was going on with those people? Prince William, all those people. Come on. There's so much there that they're just trying to skip past. 9 years of trying to go after this man, and this is the best you can get? Like, legitimately? Okay. It's complete nonsense, It's more misdirection and nonsense from the same people that have been given it to you since day one. So, nothing surprising about it. It's just stupidity. They're just trying to distract from their own inadequacies. They're trying to distract from the fact they shut the government down to try and steer elections,
Right.
It's nothing new.
But let me put this out to you guys. Why isn't the media talking about the intelligence aspect? Because it turns out that Epstein was an intelligence asset.
Because they're all tied. They're all in the same bed. They're all part of the same little club, right? They CIA had their hands in all the media and the journalism for a very long time. And after the Church Commission, they were told to stop doing that. They didn't stop doing that. They just went underground with it like did everything else. So it's all one big happy group.
Wow, you're absolutely right. Because what was it, Operation Mockingbird? Hell, you guys remember about 10 years ago when the movie Argo came out? They said, "Hey, here's what they do." But anyways, we come back. We will have our special guest on the air to celebrate the birthday. I can't thank her enough for letting me do the show at her birthday. This is 7-5 Radio.
Have you ever had great honey? No, I mean really good, all-natural, raw honey? Well, now you can, thanks to localhoneyman.com. We can ship out our locally made honey all across the U.S. So don't worry, you won't miss out. Plus, Local Honeyman has so many different flavors, like Utah Wildflower, High Desert Delight, Happy Valley, and Blackberry, just to name a few. So purchase your delicious raw honey today at localhoneyman.com.
Why don't we say to the government writ large that they have to spend a little bit less? Anybody ever had less money this year than you had last? Anybody ever having a 1% pay cut? You deal with it. That's what government needs, a 1% pay cut. If you take a 1% pay cut across the board, you have more than enough money to actually pay for the disaster relief. But nobody's going to do that because they're fiscally irresponsible. Who are they? Republicans. Who are they? Democrats. Who are they? Virtually the whole body is careless and reckless with your money. So the money will not be offset by cuts anywhere. The money will be added to the debt, and there will be a day of reckoning. What's the day of reckoning? The day of reckoning may well be the collapse of the stock market. The day of reckoning may be the collapse of the dollar. When it comes, I can't tell you exactly, but I can tell you it has happened repeatedly in history when countries ruin their currency.
As you are aware, America is divided over every fault line possible. This is intentionally fostered by those who do not love God, family, or country. We believe a peaceful future as a free people absolutely depends on civility. Clarion Call for Civility is looking for funding and volunteers at every level to make our hopes and efforts a reality. Please donate, sign our pledge, and help us in our sacred cause. Please visit callforcivility.com for more details. Callforcivility.com.
You're back, and Scoop is just getting done staring at Danila's Instagram account. Here's more 7-5 Radio.
And we are back. Scoop Stanton with Mike Rigbrand and Walter Yerkew. I was not staring at Danila's Instagram account because she's literally 2 feet away from me. Anyways, we have a special guest on the air. She calls me the radio guy. She's a great friend, a true patriot, and a very nice-looking young lady. I also stepped in the screen door when I looked at her. Anyways, madam, what is your name?
Hello, my name is Elisa, and I'm excited to be here on the radio show for Scoop. And I'm very excited that he came to my birthday party, our Friendsgiving birthday party. And he's having a great time and ate some good food and loves the crowd. And I hope he continues our friendship and I get back on the radio show again.
Joel, happy birthday.
Well, again, anyways, I got the mic now. We got to share a mic because it's so loud because the DJ refuses to turn down the volume. I mean, I think I'm more entertaining than the DJ. But anyways, Lisa, you know, what's like I was telling everybody else, what's great about our group of people, because our circle of friends gets tighter and tighter because more people are coming into the circle. But anyways, I saw your CPAC. I was blown away. How did you get in the conservative movement?
You know, you just have to research and know your knowledge, and, you know, people do have different opinions. They do see and hear what they want to hear and see, but you just have to observe yourself and do your own analysis. And this is, you know, I have kids, and I want them to grow up in a good society, a safe society, so that's how I, you know, move forward to the conservative group.
Outstanding. So, anyways, guys, do you have any questions for our guest?
You single?
Yes, I am single, by the way.
There you go, Scoop. There you go, Scoop.
Well, how about you? Are you single?
No, I'm spoken for. Sorry. Yeah, I'm spoken for.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us on this radio show today. Do you have any other questions for me?
I'm not going to ask you how old you are. I'm not going to ask you how much you weigh. But I will say thank you for coming on our radio show and having Scoop as a friend. He needs as many as he can get. He needs as many as he can get.
Yeah, he's a good guy, good man, good soul, good heart. There's not many of those. And I'm going to return back to my birthday party, but it's very, very nice speaking to you again.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
All right, and I'm surprised you guys didn't ask, like, hey, is there a nursing home near the place so Scoop can go find some company? But anyways,
I
can't
figured
thank
that's
Elisa
where they were
for
having the party anyway.
No, they're not. They're not having it at a nursing home because I mean it's 10:21 at night. The music's bumping. At a nursing home, they go to bed much earlier. But anyways,
they don't know what time it is.
So anyways, having a great time. So I can't thank Elisa enough for not only for inviting me to the party, but let me do the radio show in the middle of the party. Everybody's having a good time, dancing, drinking, smoking smelly cigars, eating some good food. Elisa, that food was off the chain. I had way too much again, but again, Elisa, like I tell everybody else, I'm living my best life simply because of the people I hang around with. But I thank you very much. But anytime you want to come on, you know where to find me. All right. Does he want to come on? All right, we might have another guest. All right, hold. All right, we got a guest. Here, put these on.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, we have another guest. Good evening, sir. What is your name?
My name is Kenan.
Kenneth?
Yes, Kenan.
Outstanding. So what's your take on the current Trump administration, Part 2?
Well, I think it's a continuation of what should have happened the first time, coming back in, to pick up what happened before, getting to the bottom of what happened with the Russiagate scam before, getting behind the bad actors who are within the previous circle and the premium intelligence agency. And I think that right now with what's going on with lying Chuck Schumer, and Hakeem Jeffries and the other Democrats, their previous trick failed, and they're trying to pull the distraction with the Epstein BS right now. But I think that he will recover. We have 3 more years, despite all the distractions and all the division within the current party between certain individuals, between the specific circles, trying to push a divide. I think eventually everybody just has to put everything down and unite as a whole versus what could potentially happen within the midterms if we don't take back what needs to happen. Since, hey, what happened this previous election last week, we need to focus in, forget the division, and unite as one and just keep it moving forward, keep up the momentum, and help push the Trump agenda and make sure that we do what we have to do to keep everything strong and keep everything steady.
Outstanding. Wow. Like I said before, I hang out with a great group of people. They know their business. But let me ask you this. You talked about uniting the country. Do you think this country can still be united?
Absolutely. I feel that yes, we did receive a good turnout within the last election, 24. There was obvious mandate, but then again, I just feel with what happened in New York recently and what's happened last week in other low-string elections, which since it was an off-year election, that we need to not be complacent. And yes, I do agree with President Trump. The only reason why it happened was because he was not in the ballot. And yes, we have individuals like MTG who strayed away and others, but we got to pick up the momentum, unite as a whole, stop the division, stop the bad actors, push out those who are still trying to cause chaos and other situations. And we got to pick back up and act like we're losing. Act like this is 2024 when we're trying to win again. So we got to pick that back up.
Wow. Now, are you originally from the DMV, or are you interloper like myself?
I've been there 8 years. I was active in the Army before, but now I work for the U.S. of A. And I will not divulge that because I try to keep myself neutral. But my family is from the South, but I am a service-connected disabled veteran, the U.S. Army, 15 years, OIF veteran. But I've been around. I'm well-traveled, so I understand what it is to be truly American. I mean, I came from a family that was basically blue-collar. I worked my way up to the federal system for the military. I have a family who was always been pro-America, patriots, and I'm also fifth-generation military as well. So my family comes from salt-of-the-earth individuals who are blue-collar and worked their way up. So I'm basically one of the first ones in my family to make my way as high as within the hierarchy of being successful, being educated, and being a true, open-minded, critical thinking, patriotic American.
Wow. Well, just to let you know, myself and my co-host Mike Raybrand, we are veterans of the U.S. Navy, but we won't hold it against you. Happy Veterans Day. Mike Walt, you got any questions for our guest?
Nothing, man. The gentleman hit it. The gentleman hit it on the head with his little spiel there about conservatism.
Right. Mike, you got anything for this former GI?
Oh, well tried. He nailed it. He did a great job. Thank you for your service, brother, and keep on fighting.
Outstanding. Anything else you'd like to say?
Just everybody, do not get complacent. Act like we're losing. Because I mean, yes, we have some things slip through within the last couple weeks, but we got to pick it back up and act like this is 2024 all over again. I mean, midterms are coming around the corner. We cannot let Hakeem and lying Chuck or supposedly AOC, whoever had the majority, we cannot let that happen. I mean, they're slipping and failing so far with the Epstein bullshit, so we got to keep that from happening.
Outstanding. All right. Well, anyways, thank you for coming on. You knocked it out of the park. Well, it's good thing about coming here to these functions is that we bring somebody on, and they once again knock it out of the park. Make my job very, very easy. But anyways, tell you what, after we're done here, I'll give you a business card, and you can check us out. All right? All right, see you around. All right. That was Kenan, everybody. Anyways, so we talked about Epstein. Kenan hit on Epstein a little bit. And, Kenan, I apologize. I suck with names. So, anyways, next, what time we got? All right, Nancy Pelosi. She is the greatest investor in the history of mankind. In her 38 years of office, she was able to make her $750,000 nest egg into a $133 million nest egg. She had a 16,000% return on investment. That is insane. So, after 38 years, Nancy Pelosi decided she served the people of San Francisco enough and will retire. But anyways, it must be nice work if you can get it. Mike, do you think Nancy earned every penny legitimately? She just has a good scene for a good nose for stocks.
Sure, it's easy when you're the one actually setting a policy that's going to affect the companies that you're putting money in.
Radio. Yep.
You there?
Come on up. Yeah, hold on. I got another young lady coming up. And, man, Danny looking hot. But, anyways, hold on, everybody. All right. Just.
Wait, what's the situation?
We're a political talk radio show. So, anyways, all right. When we come back, we'll have this beautiful young lady on the radio to say what's on her mind. Anyways, this is 75 Radio on Liberty News Radio Network.
How would you like to help this program reach more people and earn silver at the same time? Call or text 801-669-2211 for complete details.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm Mary Rose. President Trump has removed some tariffs on food imports amid concerns of rising prices. White House correspondent Greg Clugston reports.
In a bid to lower the prices of some grocery items, the president ended U.S. tariffs on beef, coffee, tropical fruits, and a wide range of other supermarket staples. It's a dramatic reversal from a tariff policy that he's repeatedly claimed didn't make items more expensive for American consumers. But Donald Trump admitted to reporters that in some cases, tariffs may increase prices. It remains to be seen if or by how much prices are affected by the move. Greg Clugston, Washington.
The Justice Department has sued to block California's new congressional map. Correspondent Ben Thomas reports.
On November 4th, California voters approved redrawn congressional boundaries that could give Democrats a shot at gaining 5 U.S. House seats. About a week and a half later, though, the Justice Department's filed a lawsuit challenging the new map, joining a case brought by the California Republican Party. Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom pushed hard for the new boundaries, saying it would counter a Republican-led effort in Texas, backed by President Trump. 2 other Republican-led states, Missouri and North Carolina, have also redrawn their maps to boost GOP chances. But California's redistricting is the first and so far only effort being challenged by the Justice Department. I'm Ben Thomas.
Parts of Southern California are being drenched by heavy rains as millions under a flood watch. The National Weather Service says rainfall at rates of 1 inch per hour is possible in the Los Angeles area, where officials warned of possible flash flooding and potential mudslides, particularly in areas recently burned by wildfires. More on these stories at townhall.com.
You know, life moves fast. Staying sharp, focused, and clear-headed isn't always easy. That's why the same company that brings you Relief Factor has developed something brand new, Think Factor. Think Factor is made to help you think clearer and perform better daily. It's a powerful blend of nutrients that unlocks mental clarity and precision, nurtures your memory, boosts your attention. With Think Factor, brain power and performance finally meet for lasting daily results. Supercharge your memory, mental sharpness. Your brain is your most valuable asset, powering your creativity, focus, and daily performance. If you're feeling mentally foggy, give it a try. After a couple of weeks of taking Think Factor, it was a game changer for me. Look, the longer you take Think Factor, the better it works for you. If you've ever thought you want to be more clear, more focused, call 800-4RELIEF. 800, the number 4RELIEF, or visit relieffactor.com to learn more and order Think Factor. Your first bottle is just $19.95. Think Factor. Think clearer, perform better daily. Call 800-4RELIEF or visit relieffactor.com for Think Factor.
Attention collectors and savvy investors. We are excited to announce a momentous evolution in our journey. Introducing Free Water Coin Company, formerly known as Rust Coin and Gift. This rebranding takes us back to the very roots of where it all began, Free Water, Oregon. It's a tribute to the legacy of Al Rust and a celebration of 3 generations of dedication to excellence in the world of coins and precious gifts. Al, Brian, and Jake Rust standing strong through 64 years of service. Discover a world of exceptional service at Free Water Coin Company, your premier destination for genuine, honest money and precious gifts. Under Brian's expert guidance, Free Water Coin Company, building on the legacy of Rust Coin and Gift, continues its tradition of trust and excellence. Visit us at our Provo, Utah location. Explore our treasures online at freewatercoinco.com or call us at 801-377-1574. Free Water Coin Company, where your future is built one honest coin at a time.
Bypass the mainstream narrative with Liberty News Radio at libertynewsradio.com. Engage with charismatic hosts live or on demand. We cover the crucial news focused on God, family, and country. News that other networks simply refuse to use. Think of LNR's hard-hitting news and podcasts at your fingertips, anytime, anywhere. Join us at libertynewsradio.com. Empower your day with the truth, because the truth will set you free. libertynewsradio.com.
Introducing Managed IT Services from NPI. We offer top-notch data backup and recovery, email spam protection, and network security tailored to your needs and budget. With 20-plus years of experience in the medical field, our HIPAA-certified consultants know what it takes to protect sensitive information. Don't settle for less. Give us a call at 801-706-6980 and experience the difference with Managed IT Services. Remember, your IT support should be fast, efficient, and reliable.
Wow, you're still listening? Here's more 7-5 Radio.
Must be busy.
So, anyways, I have to do it on the phone for right now, but we're at the wonderful birthday party here. So I was going to bring this lovely lady back on, but I'm not going to have her talking to a phone. We're a little bit better than that for now. But anyways, next story, Nancy Pelosi, 16,000% return on an investment for 38 years in office. Her portfolio went from $750,000 to $133 million. Mike, is there any reason why the Congress or Department of Justice should look into Nancy Pelosi's portfolio?
Well, yeah, because they're all doing it. That's what most of them are doing. The majority of them are involved in some form or another of fraud involving stocks. When you're setting a policy that affects these companies, it makes it very easy to figure out where to put your money to watch your money go up by 400 or 500% at a shot.
Right, but she is the reason why. She is the number one reason, in my opinion, why nobody has any faith in Congress, because they're all getting rich. Meanwhile, we're still paying $3 for a gallon of gasoline and almost $3 for a gallon of milk. Walt, do you have any suggestions on how we can curb the grip that's going on with 16,000% return on investment at 38 years in Congress?
Well, you got to spend it to find it. So, Mr. Trump needs to give Pam Bondi a blank check and go after a lot of these people that, like Mike said, they're all doing it. One lies and the other swears to it. So, they got to find them. They got to see where. I mean, they put Martha Stewart in jail, for insider trading and getting rid of Trump. So, there shouldn't be a problem with Pelosi. She's just another human that had a job to do, and she took advantage of that position. And then let the rest of the chips fall where they may.
Right, but like T.S. Dixon said last week, he says that Pam Bondi's not doing the job. Trump only has about 16 to 20% of the Justice Department under his control. So hopefully, either Trump gives Bondi the heave ho or puts a foot in her backside to get this back to good. But we know how this. We've seen this time and time before. We've been around the block a whole bunch of times. It's not going to happen unless like an intervention comes in. Anybody else have anything before we want to move to the next subject? Going once?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Ban congressional stock trading. Ban them from trading stocks. Ban their spouses from it. It's a simple solution. You can fix that overnight. Just ban it. Ban that practice. It's been put up numerous times. It's been shot down every time. Just ban stock trading for these Congress members and their families.
You're absolutely right, because the president, he has to have his assets in a blind trust while he's in office. So, if it's good enough for the president of the United States, it should be good enough for Congress. But, we all know that this is not going to work. It won't work. They'll go against it, and it's the same old. And then everybody else that are coming into Congress, they say, "Oh, I'm going to clean up Congress," and then once they get into Congress, they see. Play ball, and So, anyways, all right, moving right along. In Portland, Oregon, a lady, alleged mother, was interfering with ICE, doing some operations. This nutbag was driving like a crazy person, running red lights, cutting off cars, almost cutting off a school bus, and honking the horn and just totally disrupting the ICE operations. And so then the supervisor for the operation pulls the car over in the middle in the middle of a 4-lane busy road and walked up to the car. And then as soon as he walked up to the car with the cameras rolling, the lady changed her tune, saying, "I'm just a mom. I'm just a mom. I'm just a mom." And so I guess the supervisor didn't want to be bothered about bringing her in for obstruction of justice, but she was let go. But if you go on the website 75radio.org, she looks like, if she's a mom, she's a terrible mom. She's out there interfering with law enforcement. Number one. Number two, she's dressed like a skell, a crackhead. And number three, if she's a mom, she ought to be home cleaning her house, getting the meals ready for her kids, and then making herself look good and taking care of her husband or wife. I don't know what it's married to, or if it is even married. But it's really interesting how these people they talk a whole bunch of guff, and then as soon as as soon as they get in trouble, as soon as they get pulled over, they change their tone. Well, I know you did thousands of car stops. Have you seen the video with that alleged mom?
No, I haven't. I've
Oh.
seen a lot of other ridiculous stuff, but no, I haven't seen this one in particular.
Oh. So if you're doing it, so all right, say you're back on the beat and you're doing something, some police work, and this lady comes up to you and interferes with you doing your whatever it is you're doing. Would you just give her a warning or take her in?
Oh, it's a warning to step back, and I'll talk to you in a minute. And then the partner's got to come around the side of the car and control the situation while you're paying attention to what you're doing. You can't do things. You can't do two things at the same time. You try to explain it briefly, and unless it's an absolute emergency, no, there is no interference by just speaking. Interference with the police officer's duties is more of a physical thing that I always looked at. So she wouldn't go.
She would not go? Okay. Mike, what say you? Have you seen the video?
I've seen the video. She was extremely reckless driving and, extremely disruptive. But, I mean, she didn't necessarily affect what they needed to get done. They got done what they needed to get done, but she was just extremely reckless, extremely dangerous. So, I mean, she'd definitely I probably would have collared her. I'm not going to lie. I probably would have collared her just for the simple fact that she's being so reckless and so dangerous with other people's lives. She's driving like a lunatic. I mean, she really did put an extreme number of people in danger. So I probably would have taken her just because of the fact that she was doing that to send a message like, listen, protest is fine, but this is not protest. This is insanity.
Right.
Where'd you go, bro?
Of justice or disturbance of peace, but that's the world we're living in. You got people getting the worst of the worst off our streets, send them home, get them out of our neighborhoods, get them out of our hair. As this lady wants to cause trouble, guys. Mike, since you did watch the video, do you think that lady lives in a neighborhood with a lot of legal aliens?
No, of course not. They never do. They never do. It's more about virtue signaling, right? It's not about any kind of reality. It's not about really actually trying to help anybody. It's about virtue signaling and taking a stand and all whatever the nonsense they tell themselves. Stupidity.
Right. But anyways, so I feel sorry for the poor guy that has to wake up every morning and look at that, because I mean that lady's just a hot mess. But if she is a mom owner, she's a single mom. But I'll take a trip out there. So, anyways, what am I talking about? Anyways, we go from Portland to University of California at Berkeley. Back in the 60s, these students at UC Berkeley were protesting the man, protesting the war in Vietnam, calling for civil rights, this and the other thing. There's a whole, if you go to San Francisco, put some flowers in your hair. But that was 60 years ago. Now, Monday, Turning Point USA held a rally at UC Berkeley featuring comedian Rob Schneider, who's really jumped on board the conservative bandwagon. And Antifa was also there with a packed house, and they did what they did best, cause chaos. They were fighting with fight with people, tearing up the streets, just fight with cops, and just doing what they do best, being a terrorist organization, causing terrors, causing alarm to other people. But anyways, of course, UC Berkeley police had to treat these people with kid gloves. You got bike cops out there fight people like waving the bike around. But anyways, guys, what do you think about a bike cop? Oh crap, we'll be right back. This is 75 Liberty News Radio Network.
Introducing PrepStartsNow.com, your ultimate guide to readiness and peace of mind. We offer practical preparedness tools, training, and education to take your family's household readiness to the next level. Browse the prep shop for essential products, check out our planning guides, and stay informed with our prep blog. Visit PrepStartsNow.com and subscribe to our emails for exclusive offers, new products, and future events. Remember, preparedness begins with PrepStartsNow.com.
You know where the solution can be found, Mr. President? In churches, in wedding chapels, in maternity wards across the country and around the world. More babies will mean forward-looking adults, the sort we need to tackle long-term, large-scale problems. American babies in particular are likely going to be wealthier, better educated, and more conservation-minded than children raised in still industrializing countries. As economist Tyler Cowen recently wrote, quote, "By having more children, you're making your nation more populous, thus boosting its capacity to solve climate change. The planet does not need for us to think globally and act locally so much as it needs us to think family and act personally. The solution to so many of our problems, at all times and in all places, is to fall in love, get married, and have some kids."
Former Sheriff Richard Mack recounts in his book The Proper Role of Law Enforcement how he came to realize while working as a beat cop how wrong the all-too-common orientation of police officers is when they think of their job as being to write tickets and arrest people. Richard Mack tells of his personal transformation from by-the-number cop to Constitution-conscious defender of citizen safety and freedoms. Learn what it really means to serve and protect. Purchase your copy at CSPOA.org. That's CSPOA.org.
This is 7.5 Radio with Walter Yuku. Walter Yurkow. Walter Kiwi. Here's Walton Scoop.
And we are back. Walter Yurku, Mike Rake Branch, and yours truly, Peter Scoop Stanton. Now, usually during the commercials, I look at the Instagram account of our spokesmodel, Danila Rodrigues. Follow her at DanilaRodrigues.model. But she came in here looking absolutely amazing. Also on the phone is an amazing-looking model, Tammy Eanes. Unfortunately, she's here with her lovely husband. Tammy, how are we doing tonight?
I am doing absolutely wonderful after watching your break dancing earlier. It actually made my night.
Nice. But Tammy, when we get together, you come on and have a great conversation, like we did last year at my birthday party, where I asked you to tell these gentlemen that I did not wear a bedazzled G-string, and all you said, well, I saw something. I couldn't say what it was, but that's it. So anyways, next week.
And he did, in fact, wear that G-string, guys. He did, in fact, wear that G-string. I'm just saying.
Well, all right. Well, I did not wear one at Dan's Halloween party. Anyways, and then next week we're having my birthday party with the same group of people. So hopefully we have some fun over there. But Tammy, what's on your mind today? Because you've been watching me and cheer me on and root for me, and you're one of our biggest cheerleaders on 7.5 Radio. Anything you want to say to the dozens and dozens of listeners?
I enjoy listening to the radio station. I enjoy to the commentary that you guys put on every Saturday evening at 10 p.m. You guys are wonderful, and I think you're hilarious. And all the backstories you guys share, I'm just glad I get to witness some of the funny things you do.
Yeehaw.
You're muted.
Say again?
There you go. There you go. You muted. The sound's in and out. I apologize.
Hello? Hello? Ground control, Major Tom.
Yeah.
Are we back?
We're
All right,
yeah,
we're back.
on.
All right. Anyways, Tammy, you got anything you want to say to our listeners?
Keep fighting. Keep looking for freedom, you guys. Thank you for your service on this wonderful Veterans Day. And I want to tell you a happy early birthday for next week. I hope you enjoy that.
Thank you very much. But when I bring you on next week, just don't bring up the G-string story again. I don't want these guys talking, making fun of me again. Because, but here's the thing. Beginning of this year, we did a 10 events for 75 Radio, and then top 10 insults. And it turned out to be a 1-hour show where they make fun of me because they are absolutely jealous of me. I'm here tonight. They're not.
Hey, that's okay. I got the breakdancing stories for next week. I'll have to fill you guys in.
Well, I hope your phone was in your pocket.
Thank you guys for having me on this evening.
All right. Thank you very much, Dave. You guys have any questions for our guests?
No.
Nope. All right. Anyways, that background noise is the wild party that's going on. And, of course, instead of enjoying the wild party with the lovely ladies such as Tammy and Danila and Lisa and a whole bunch of other people, I'm out here doing 75 Radio with Walt and Mike. But anyways, finally, Turning Point USA had a rally, and they just totally screwed things up in Berkeley. Peace and love went to hats and bats. So luckily, this Department of Justice declared them a terrorist organization. They terrorized UC Berkeley and everywhere else they go. Hopefully, they go.
Mhm. Mhm. Well,
Pete's MIA. Maybe he's breakdancing again.
Oh, I'm breakdancing, but wait, listen, I got a broken hip. You gonna break is another appendage on my body. You think I really was breakdancing?
Yep, and a G-string, bedazzled G-string.
Mike, you're the. Mike, you keep mentioning this random bedazzled G-string. I think you're just. I think you have fantasies that you need to talk to somebody about.
No, the last guest confirmed it existed. She said you were wearing it last time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but did you see any pictures?
That doesn't necessarily mean it's not true.
Well, okay. One person verified, just like everybody's trying to verify that Trump was messing around with Virginia. Trump hitting his nose on it.
People get convicted of murder without a body.
This is true. Can't take a picture of a quantum particle, but we know it exists.
Well, again, you guys are just jealous. I'm out here with some lovely, lovely ladies and some great guys. Everybody's giving me high fives and hooting and hollering. And you guys are.
That's it. We're jealous. Yeah.
Yep. But anyways, anyways, before we go, really quick, Rudy Giuliani and 76 other people were pardoned by the Trump administration for crimes they did not commit. All I can say is thank God, because on this show we documented time and time again how Mayor Giuliani does his homework. He knows how to investigate. He gets the facts before he goes out and says things, talks to the press. If you go away 40 plus years ago when he went after the organized crime in New York City, to when he was mayor, to when he was Trump's personal attorney during the impeachment proceedings, he was putting a case together. He knows what he's talking about. So then the shenanigans that went down in Georgia, like Charlie Daniels said, the devil did go down in Georgia and stuff the ballot boxes. They arrested Giuliani and 76 other people when they have the evidence. I mean, it's clear. In 2020, when Trump's like up by like tens of thousands of people, then all of a sudden there's a phantom of water leak, and after midnight, Biden wins. I mean, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. I mean, Ray Charles can see that. But anyways, credibility is coming back to Mayor Giuliani. It's an absolute shame what they did to him. The man saved New York City not once but twice, before September 11th and then on Black Tuesday. And like we said before, America hates the heroes. They hate Mayor Giuliani. They hate Jeff Flynn. They hate a bunch of GIs that were sent up to for criminal charges for doing what they were instructed to do by superior officers. They go after people like Roger Stone, Alex Jones, and so on and so forth. And the list is never ending. Mike Raybrand, the guy that can run for they went after him. He can play ball. But anyways, Mike, I'll give you the last word, and I'll turn it over to Walt.
Yeah, you're absolutely spot on. They went after him to suppress the conspiracy. They wanted to keep the conspiracy quiet, so they went after all the people who were there.
Hey,
you hear me?
Yeah, now I hear you.
All right. I said they you're absolutely right. They went after him to try and suppress the information about their conspiracy. They went after him and others to try and protect themselves because they knew they were basically committing treason. They were stealing an election. It was a coup, a soft coup. Nothing short.
Right. Yep, you got to knock it. Yep, you're right again. Well, what say you about pardoning Mayor Giuliani?
Oh, that was a good thing that he did. Of course, the Democrats are going to say he's pardoning all of his friends and such, but at least he's not doing it with an auto pen.
Right. Yep. You brought up a great point. Joe Biden's auto pen pardoned hundreds of people, including his son Hunter Biden. So nobody says anything about that, even though he's out of office. But they said the laptop was fake. But now, all the stuff comes out about Biden selling out of his country and Hunter Biden, being the bag man, so on and so forth. But nobody wants to talk about that. It's all about Trump. That's why nobody has any more trust in the media. But anyways, our closing seconds, I just want to thank everybody for coming on tonight. Walt and Mike, again, you did a great job. We had some technical difficulties as usual. I want to thank Danila for just showing up and just looking awesome. So anyways, next week we will be doing the show live at Scoop and Walt's birthday party. Unfortunately, Walt can't make it to Northern Virginia. We'll have the whole gang on. Hopefully they won't mention nursing homes, bedazzled G-strings, Fred Sanford's house, and everything else they're jealous of. Walt, any final thoughts before we call it a night?
Yeah, real quick. I ran into a friend of mine that I haven't seen since ninth grade. He's half black, half white. We used to call him Mixed Nuts.
Okay. For Walter Yerkew and Mike Raybrand, this is Peter Scoop Stanton reminding you, you can make a difference. See you next week, everybody.
James Edwards for 7-5 Radio. For those who work the streets and the jails, thanks for keeping us safe. So long, everybody.